Big move. Saudi-Pakistan sign major defense pact. Hello friends. Quick heads up. Something just shook the Middle East that honestly many of us didn't expect. What looked like something that shouldn't happen, that has happened now. What happened? So here's the deal. Saudi Arabia and Pakistan have signed a major strategic mutual defense agreement. Think mini NATO vibes. They have agreed that if a third country attacks one of them, it will be treated as an attack on both of them and they will respond together. Immediate implications. Right away, both countries said we will answer any strike together. Both Muslim countries framed it as a joint deterrent, loud and clear. Why now? On the surface, people said this was a reaction to Israel's recent strike on Qatar, but in reality, it is bigger. This move creates headaches for both India and also for Israel. Money and muscle. Under the agreement, Saudi is reportedly ready to pour heavy funds into Pakistan. There are also reports saying Pakistan's nuclear weapons could be made available to Saudi Arabia as part of deterrence calculations. If true, that flips a huge switch in regional politics. Worst case scenarios. If Iran and Saudi go to war and if tensions spread, we could see clashes not just between Israel and Turkey or Saudi, but between Israel and Pakistan as well, and even between India and Saudi in worst case scenarios. The signing, who, when? Quick background, this crucial agreement was signed Wednesday evening by Pakistan Prime Minister, a rubber stamp Prime Minister, Shehbaz Sharif, and Saudi Crown Prince, who is all-powerful, MBS Mohammed bin Salman. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, who had flown straight from an emergency meeting in Qatar, was with his entourage, including that controversial commander, Asim Munir. Yeah, self-acclaimed Field Marshal Asim Munir, when this agreement was signed. Was this just a plea for cash? Initially, people assumed the visit was just about asking some more money from Saudi Arabia. But within hours, this big announcement happened. The Strategic Mutual Defense Agreement came into force. The wording of the pact makes a relationship sound deep and long-standing. What the pact actually says? They open by saying Saudi and Pakistan have had 8 decades of strong friendship. They speak of Islamic solidarity, brotherly conduct, and shared strategic interests. The agreement emphasizes regional peace and military cooperation, and it spells out the mutual defense clause. An attack by a third power on one will be treated as an attack on the other, and there will be a joint response. Why this is a milestone? Pakistan's government called this one of the largest milestone agreements. Saudi Arabia said, "We are committed." This is being framed as a mini NATO-style pact finally coming into operation between two major Muslim countries. But why so sudden? You don't need me to tell you. Israel recently struck Qatar, which triggered emergency Arab talks about something like an Arab NATO. Egypt even floated hosting a headquarters of it in their capital, Cairo. But building an Arab NATO that excludes Iran and pulls everyone together against Israel is not simple. So Saudi chose another route, partner with Pakistan. Saudi's logic. Friend, Saudi lacks a large standing army compared to global powers and can't fully rely on the United States. So joining with Pakistan gives them a quicker route to nuclear deterrence. At least that's the reasoning behind the calculations. Analysts worried Israel's next target could be Turkey or Saudi. And having a stronger deterrence is Saudi's priority right now. Trade and ties. Why Saudi won't risk India? But here's the catch. Saudi needs India more than Pakistan when it comes to commerce. India is Saudi's second largest trading partner and a crucial economic partner. Trade between India and Saudi around $43.37 billion worth. Of that, Saudi runs a roughly $20 billion worth of trade surplus with India. Also, Saudi's population is roughly 30 million, 3 crore, including migrants. Majority of them are migrants because native Saudi population in any of these oil-rich Arab countries is very less. So here we are talking about entire population including migrants and local citizens, native citizens. That is 3 crore or 30 million people. Out of this 3 million people are Indians. That is massive 10% of total population. That's a massive social and economic link both countries have, India and Saudi Arabia. So is Saudi making a mistake? Short answer, maybe. Saudi's closeness to Pakistan is largely ideological, but many analysts are skeptical. They call this pact paper on the page because in a real crisis, Saudi may hesitate to jeopardize its economic ties with India. What happens to Pakistan? If Saudi backs Pakistan more strongly, financially and militarily, Pakistan might feel emboldened. Saudi could be investing heavily in Pakistan's defense sector. That opens space for Pakistan to brag about Islamic solidarity and ask for more support. Will Saudi actually use Pakistan's nukes? There are claims that Saudi might be allowed access to Pakistan's nuclear deterrent in some form. That's a wild step, and it scares Israel. Israel has already been watching Pakistan's nukes closely. Once upon a time, they even had a plan to destroy and stop Pakistan from achieving nuclear power, nuclear weapon. So now, if Pakistan joins hands with Saudi Arabia and says, my nuclear weapon is yours and your cash is mine, then definitely Israel will once again start looking at Pakistan's nukes closely and anxiously. If Israel attacks Pakistan, if Israel ever decides to target Pakistan directly, the whole region could catch fire. Pakistan's military posture and Israel's capabilities make any direct clash dangerous, especially with the new Saudi backing. The American angle. This new pact could reduce Gulf dependence on the US if Gulf states feel they can get what they want from regional alignments. US influence could weaken. That is another big geopolitical ripple. Remember, at first you may think, what nonsense? Where is US and where is Pakistan? Are you comparing with United States power with Pakistan? No, we are not comparing conventional military might of US with Pakistan. But remember, this is about nukes. Pakistan has nukes, and that is enough for these Gulf countries to feel secure about nuclear deterrence. Bottom line, this changes the chessboard. This Saudi-Pakistan defense deal shifts military and strategic fault lines in the Middle East. It complicates India's calculations. It raises Israel's threat perceptions, and it raises questions about US influence in the Gulf. Questions to keep watching. Will Saudi really go to war for Pakistan if situation arises? Because recently Operation Sindoor happened after Pahalgam attack. First, India targeted terror camps in Pakistan. Then when Pakistan tried to retaliate militarily, India showed its military might by striking almost all air bases on the western front of Pakistan, from north to south till the Karachi port. But now, after the Saudi-Pakistan defense agreement, if again situation arises between India and Pakistan, will Saudi come in between? Will they start attacking India from the Arabian Sea? Will Saudi ever take that risk, knowing India's missile might, military power? It is highly unlikely, but we have to closely monitor the developments. And next question, will Pakistan become bolder, emboldened? Oh, who can attack us now? We have defense ties with Saudi Arabia. We can keep sending terrorists to India. They cannot retaliate because we are not alone. We have Saudi, which is also friends with India. Will that happen? Or will Israel alter its targeting priorities? Will they start looking at Pakistan more seriously now as a real threat? So friends, this is a big unfolding story. The pact isn't just a photo op, it rearranges alliances and deterrence logic across the region. We will have to watch how it actually gets implemented. Words on paper are one thing, real military cooperation is another. So what do you think on this? Please let us know your opinion on the comment section below, and if you like this video, please don't forget to like, share, and especially please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much. Let's meet again. Keep looking for better. Namaste.